I'm Jeannie Manipon from the Global Alliance for Tax Justice and the Asian People's Movement on Debt and Development, and Alliance of People's Movements and grassroots organizations across Asia. We are one of the more than 200 CSOs and trade unions that made a collective submission on the zero draft terms of reference. We are here to implement a mandate about promoting inclusive international tax cooperation, and Resolution 78-230 explicitly states that the work of this committee shall work with the contribution of civil society. However, this week we have found it very difficult to contribute and participate effectively because we have been unable to speak to the individual agenda items when they were being discussed. At the first session, Mr. Chair, you asked for permission to grant the floor to stakeholders during the discussions as opposed to after. At the time, one member state raised concerns about this, but we have reason to believe that this member state has since changed its position, and we therefore ask for this issue to be revisited. We also call on all governments to ensure that reference to the inclusion of civil society is added to the draft terms of reference. We have come here with great anticipation and high hopes. This is a historic opportunity to mobilize expertise and demonstrate political will to fix the flaws of the international tax architecture that for so long has not brought equitable benefits and outcomes for all countries, and that indeed had contributed to the widening and deepening of inequalities within and between countries. The historical circumstances that shaped the context during which Resolution 78-230 was adopted are extraordinary. An unprecedented multiple crisis of great proportions affecting the entire planet, the impacts of which are disproportionately borne by peoples and countries of the global south, especially women, workers, the youth, the grassroots, the least developing countries, the small island states and communities in the front lines, battling hunger and climate change. Let us all be reminded of the scale and urgency of the need for solutions and for finance to address the multiple crises continuing and intergenerational impacts. This requires bold, ambitious response from all sectors in the international community, including from you, dear distinguished delegates, who have the valuable task of carrying forward the mandates of the resolution. We have long advocated the establishment of a UN tax convention that would rectify the failures of global tax rules that cost governments over $1 billion every day, lost to tax abuse committed by multinational corporations and wealthy individuals. These tax losses severely hamper the abilities of governments to raise revenues needed to finance quality public services, deliver on human rights obligations, and deliver rapid and urgent climate action to meet the scale of need. The flaws and failures of the international tax architecture have been part of the problem. Thus, rectifying the imbalances and inequities in the international tax system is part of the solution. Let me highlight two of our recommendations, and that is for you to consider including in the substantive text of the ToR a commitment to provide for full cooperation, mutual assistance, and support between states to ensure fair and effective taxation and to recognize the common but differentiated responsibilities of countries, and to include a commitment towards ensuring the fair and effective taxation of extractive industries, considering also the rights and needs of communities impacted by extraction. Thank you very much.